Hello, this is Ted with OAXRAY, and today we're going to go over how you can advertise your listings on Amazon so you can get better sales rank and better page rank. To get started, let's first go up to advertising and then go to campaign manager. And you're going to come to a screen just like this. Now, first, let's go over what these campaigns are, and I'll let you know those things. So Amazon allows you to advertise your listing as long as you're in the buy box and you're eligible on their website. So if you go to an Amazon page, and if I type in a search like Lego here, I'll see on the side, I see all these sponsored ads, and this is what your listing will look like if you use this campaigns manager page. It's going to allow you to sell your item on the front page of a search and in the side and sometimes on the top of the search bar so that people see your item and they can purchase your item. So if you have a private label item or you have an item where you have a lot of them and they're not selling very quickly, you can use this. So these are some pretty old campaigns from a couple of years ago, so I'll show you these right here and I'll tell you what a few of these things mean. ACOS is a very important number. That's your advertising cost of sales. What this is essentially they take how much you spent and they take your sales and they see what percentage of your sales did you spend in advertising. So if you spend $20 in advertising and you sell $100 worth of stuff, your ACOS is going to be 20%. Now it's very important to know your margin on items to see if it is actually worth your ACOS, what percentage you can spend. So let's go over an item right here that is 16 or 17.6% ACOS, kids card game. This is a manual ad group that I set up and it has 36 different keywords and you can create multiple ad groups for different items. This is one actual card game type of item that I used to have in my inventory. And what I did was I actually added 36 keywords. I'll click here for keywords. And today I just want to show you how you can kind of read these things. So first of all, in total I spent $223.46 and my sales were $1,270.88, which means my ACOS was 17.6%. which for me on this item was great because I had a large margin. My margin was like 33% of total selling price. About 33% went to my product cost. 33% approximately went to Amazon for shipping fees and things like that. And the other 33% I could just use for profit. So whenever you take your ACOS, you subtract that 17%. That leaves me with about 15% on everything I sold. But in this campaign, my main goal was to sell a lot of items so I could get the average sales rank up and get to the front page. So on a lot of these campaigns, I don't mind throwing a high ACOS at the beginning because that's going to drive natural traffic later. But let me show you how I like to read this, and I'll show you how you can get your ACOS in. So I just threw in a whole bunch of different, just 36 different keywords here. You can see them all here. Just random keywords that someone might actually put in. And if I look at the top, my best performing keyword, what I did was I sorted by ACOS. My best performing keyword was actually Crazy Eights, because Crazy Eights was part of this bundle. I spent $2.23 and I made $85.94 in sales. So this is a keeper word in my opinion. I mean, I sold way more. It's only 2% of my cost went into acquiring the customer. So this is a win. And then as we move down, we see match, game, memory. All of these keywords have a really low ACOS, meaning I'm not spending a lot. As I move down, everything is performing well, under 10% until I get to here, and that is my word Old Maid. But once I get to kids card, the card game, and kids card game and games and kids games, this is when my average cost to acquire a customer is really, really high. So for these, I would have to look at my numbers and I would probably remove all of these keywords. I could just pause these, click right here, and I could actually pause these keywords. What that will do is it's actually going to lower my ACOS over time. Because when I look, most of my keywords have a really very low ACOS. But whenever I actually factor in those items that had a 40%, a 50%, and even an 80% ACOS, that threw off my numbers. So what I want to do is I kind of want to start refining these words so that here I can keep adding in more and more keywords, and then anything that's over my ACOS limit, which is essentially the minimum profit that I want to make minus the advertising cost, minus my cost of procurement, minus the Amazon fees, then that is going to be my kind of tolerance for my ACOS. So for this item, if I want to make a 20% margin, that means the lowest ACOS I could actually accept would be about 33% on the item. I want to make 10% for myself. So if I accept any of these that have a higher ACOS, then I'm actually not making my 10% margin on the item that I want to sell. So the goal for this campaign is to get this number as low as possible later on. Initially, I just wanted the sales. That's why I allowed these 3 keywords to stay there, just so I could generate those sales. But now that I'm looking at the numbers a little deeper, I see that some of these are way better performing. Look at this goldfish right here. $29 and spend $351 in sales. These are the awesome keeper keywords that I really want to use. And this keyword here, which is the game card game, $100 in spend, but I made $400 in sales on this item. This would kind of be hard for me to get rid of. I'm not sure that I would get rid of it, even though the ACOS is a little higher than I want it to be. It's converting $400 in traffic to me, and even at about 10%, that's 40 or 50 extra bucks that I'm making from this single keyword. So you're going to have to make kind of tough decisions like that, because this item right here converts a lot of people for me, is bringing a lot of extra traffic, but it's costing me 24% of my margin, which only leaves me 9%. So make sure you have your cost down. Make sure that whenever you run any of these campaigns, you check out your keywords, see what the top performing things are, see what the least performing things are, and constantly add in more keywords. And if something doesn't perform, don't be afraid to cut it, and don't be afraid to add in broader or more narrow terms, because some of your narrow terms like this crazy 8s are my best ACOS. They're the best performing items as far as a percent, but they don't bring a ton of traffic. And if I can get a whole bunch of keywords like this crazy 8s keywords, which are very narrow, and then I can keep my ACOS very low, then I'm just making a higher margin for myself. Thank you guys very much. Have a great day, and make some money using OAXRAY. Please like and subscribe, and if you have a question about Amazon, put a comment down below and I'll make a video about it as soon as I can.